Welcome back, everybody. It's On the Couch with Woody for episode 4, and today I've got the lovely Tamworth musician Vanessa Sanger.
Hey.
How are you, sweetheart?
Very well, and yourself?
Lovely to meet you.
You too.
In person.
Finally.
We've spoken and emailed and done the phone calls, but it's amazing. And as I said, when you first walked into the room, I was pleasantly surprised by your energy and your lovely disposition. So that's a real compliment you can take forward.
Yeah, excellent.
So we're just going to go through your life story, where music began. I'll ask a few questions and then we'll take a journey and we'll get back to where we're going to be headlining New Year's Eve this year.
Yeah, exciting.
So let's start with the beginning. Where was home? Where were you brought up? And let's start there.
Okay, so I was born in Maxville, New South Wales, mid-north coast, grew up there and was raised in the Salvation Army. So that's where singing came from.
Okay.
And then progressed into musicals at school, did vocal training, and then left school, bands, duo, and other jobs.
So right from the beginning, what age was the first, because I always ask this question, what's the first memory of falling in love with music and performing?
The first memory I have, other than singing in the church, is when I was little, I used to break my arm all the time. So I actually had to come down here to Sydney and have operations after operations to try and take this cyst out. And I just remember walking through the wards with the nurses, singing to everybody else.
And how old were you then?
Oh, 6 or 7.
6? Wow.
Yep.
That's insane. So when you discovered that you liked performing, was it that you just felt good about it, or was it more that you wanted to be in the spotlight?
I just loved being on stage and seeing everybody else smile, and it just gives you that buzz. And I thought, no, I want to do this forever. So, yeah, I loved it.
And so you've worked through your teen years. What's family like life? What was it? What was the family structure? Was there mum, dad, brothers and sisters?
Yep. So mum and dad. I'm the oldest, and then my brother, and then my younger sister. She was 10 years younger than me. So as I was studying high school, she was studying primary school. So
fantastic.
Yeah. So and not another musical person in my family.
We are exactly the same, more than we actually know, and we'll get into that a bit later.
So
back in 3 or 4 generations back, there's a professional pianist that played at the Opera House a few times, like on my mum's side. And when I jump on a piano, everyone says, "Man, you look so relaxed." So I think that's sort of
it's coming
back.
Through,
as it does. Cool, that's great. So let's have a look at the teen years through to your early adult life and when you started getting into the workforce. Did you do year 10, year 12? Did you do music in high school?
I did, all the musicals. I think I did 3 or 4 musicals. One I did Superman, and I was Lois Lane.
Of course, you look very much like Lois Lane. I could see that would be a great
But
thing.
I had to kiss the really most ugliest Superman.
Oh,
it was
really?
like, oh no, but
what
anyway.
are they doing then?
I know, only that he could sing.
Oh,
so.
he's a good singer. Okay, fantastic. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So what school was that? Maxville High?
Yeah, Maxville High.
Maxville High.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so once you did that, you've left into the workforce. We've had a little chat off air about some of your jobs and vocations. When did you decide that music was going to be it's a big part of your life, but did you decide that I needed to make some money? Was that a driving force to go into one of these careers?
Yeah, I guess, when I left school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And I saw an ad in the paper for a singer for a band in Port Macquarie, which is only an hour away from Maxville. So I took a friend with me and I went and auditioned. And on the way home, they rang and said, "Yes, you've got the spot, blah, blah, blah." And I went, "Oh, great. I have nowhere to live in Port Macquarie, but I've got this singing job." So I rang a girlfriend and asked her if she had a spare room, and she did. So I said, "Okay, I'm moving in." Went home and told mum and dad that I was joining a band, and they freaked out and went, "You can't do that." And I said, "Why not?" And they said, "No, it's all sex, drugs and rock and roll." I went,
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. But once they met the guys in the band, they were all older and married with kids, and they were just like my big brothers. Yeah, it was really, really good. For my first band at 18, it was.
It could have went so wrong, but it didn't.
It didn't, yeah. And I'm still friends with them all now, still. 30 years later.
That's unreal. Do you ever perform with them at all?
I did actually recently. Yeah, it was great.
Guitarist or drummer, was it? Or
Guitarist and the manager as well. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've always been a singer, and I think singing's born in you.
Yep.
As a vocal coach myself, I noticed that you can't really create a timbre or a sense of tone or timing. It just definitely is in some people that when they're born with it. But I think you can definitely improve a voice. But with an instrument, I feel like you can teach anyone because it's almost like the monkey see, monkey do. You play guitar?
Yep.
Do you play piano?
Yep.
Do you, what else? Keep going, drums?
No.
No?
That's my limit.
Okay, so guitar and piano.
Yeah. I don't do much piano, but I do the basics because of my hand, so I can't do very much. But
I just noticed that. So was that, what happened to your hand?
So I was a twin.
Yep.
But my twin died while Mum was pregnant, and no, I don't know. It's just how I am.
Just okay. Yeah. Well, fantastic. So, have you got any songs about your twin?
No.
No. That'd be a nice song.
Yeah, it would
we
be.
could write that together.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah.
Okay, so then when we moved on from school and you got your first gig in a band, which is amazing. I can remember mine as well. But you've ventured into a career exactly the way I have, and it sounded like it was in your early 20s. But I went into the police service, New South Wales Police Service at 20 and became a probationary constable at 21. Did you join the police or the ambulance first?
The police.
And how old were you?
25.
25. So you were a working musician, just gigging. What made you want to go? Because I did the opposite. I went police, then full-time music. You went music. What happened at 25?
So I was always going to the police because we grew up around police and ambos. They were my two things, to go to the police and be a singer. That's the only thing I ever wanted to do. And I originally applied for the police, and I was going for the interview, and I felt really ill, and I just got married. And I went to the doctors. He said, "How about we start with a pregnancy test?" I went, "How about we not?" He said, "Yep, you are." So I had to defer for a couple of years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had your first child in your early 20s?
Yep. And then I had my second daughter, and I did the police by correspondence at home with them, and then just went to the academy after she was born for 3 months.
Wow. So what are your, how old are your daughters now? They're all grown up?
26, 24, and my twins are 16.
So you're twins as well, to the family?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's lovely. Wow.
My mum's a twin, my sister has twins.
Gosh, if any guy dates you and doesn't want twins, he's got to run a mile.
I think I'm getting a bit old for that now.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, did you hold that card back and say, look, I'm not going to tell them?
Yep.
That's very good. Okay, lovely.
Yeah. So I just say to my kids, haha, it's going to come out. Like, just be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared.
Yeah.
Lovely. Awesome. So, cool. Well, the police was a tough but a very rewarding job for me. So let's talk about your first day when you look at yourself in the mirror and you've got that uniform on and you've done, I did a year's training. Did you do a year's training as well? You did by correspondence, but did you do 3 or 4 months down Goulburn?
I did the 3 months down there. All I had to do was the physical, the weapons training, driver training, and your law lectures. So.
So when you joined the police, where were you stationed first? Where was your first station?
Tamworth.
Tamworth. So that's why you live there now? Okay, so you did Tamworth and you spent how many years in the police?
9 years.
9 years in the police, and then you decided to go to the ambulance?
No, I actually, that's when I fell pregnant with the twins. That's why I left the police pretty much, because I had 4 kids under 7.
Yeah.
And the new partner that I had the twins to said he wasn't looking after kids on night shift.
Right.
So I made the decision to leave the police and went and he had a feedlot out at Gunnedah.
Yeah.
So I went out there and then we moved to Queensland and I got back into music.
So through the policing years and the ambulance, you didn't really do music? Like
I did, through music. I did a duo while I was in the police. Which was a bit of a juggle, but it was good fun.
You have to do it, like, because I remember, I never stopped either. I remember being at Ingadine Police Station and saying to me, Craig, why do you want to always do the night shifts and be on on the by yourself in the police station. Don't you want to be out? And I said, that's all right, it's fine. I'm going to give away a card here, but I used to do my paperwork, and by 8 p.m. till 6 a.m. the next morning, I was playing guitar and practicing how to learn my instrument. So thank you to the Queen, as I used to say, on the Queen's wage.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, but that was a funny story. But all right, cool. So let's talk about, because I think it's interesting for people to know, and I always say, you never judge harshly anyone until you've walked a mile in their boots. And that's an old country vernacular, as we know, but it's really true, especially for the police and everyone who out there has a bit of cynicism towards the police. There's some examples where you could have that as the truth, but majority, probably 99% of the people I met in the police are just good, hard-working, honest people who don't want to see any more brokenness. And they're there to try and curb that. In saying all that, I did 14 suicides in about a month at the age of 21, 22. Which was very compounding for my post-traumatic stress, and also battling as an artist and a sensitive soul with the demons of being how to process all that. I didn't know until years later, when I had a breakdown and a few visits to hospital, that it was impacting on my life and that I couldn't do the police anymore. But was there any moments in your policing career that you could share with us that were moments that you said, I need to get away from this job and go do the things that make me happy?
I guess I had a couple of incidents. I did a murder at the bikies, and that was within my first 2 weeks there, and I thought, what am I doing? That sort of freaked me out a little bit, because there's all these big blokes over there and I'm just this woman, and I thought, well, I'm going over to the Ambos while the partner goes over there. Then a few months later, we had a struggle with a 16-year-old girl over her mobile phone. She got my partner's gun, pulled it in my face, and I kicked it out of her hands. Thank goodness, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And I went, okay. And all she had to do was write me a letter of apology. And I went, wow. My kids could have been motherless. But I don't think there was any moments that, I left because I felt pregnant with twins. I didn't leave because I didn't like the job anymore.
The job.
Yeah,
you were fulfilled by it and you found it.
I was happy to leave.
Yeah.
I did DV for a while and thought, I don't want to do that.
DV is domestic violence. Very important role.
Yeah, that was tough. Watching them come in, beaten up, take the statements, go to court, then they're in love again and they want it all thrown out. And it's like... But in saying that, I understand now, because I actually was in a DV situation after I left the police.
All right.
So I understand both sides.
The complexities.
And why they do it.
100%. And that's understanding and awareness, and shutting your mouth and opening your ears is very important in life, I think. And as you don't realise that until I feel like when you're younger, in your 20s and your 30s, you're very selfish. You're all about you. And then, for me, it was having kids and meeting my beautiful wife. And she levels me out. And I would give 1,000 songs up to just stay married. And you know what I mean? The songs are important to me, but they're not that important.
That's right.
Well, we've actually were in the same time, at the same period of time, so we would have seen similar stuff. And thanks for sharing that, because you are still as fierce and brave. I would have loved to have been on the truck with you, because I think if I was having a bad day, we would have had more laughs than not.
Yeah, we did.
And just giggled.
Yeah, I used to laugh all the time.
Yeah.
It was good.
So you found humour is a very important part of your way of dealing with something that's negative? You use... I as I said, I can really get to know you now, because that's what's beautiful about this interview, is that I've only known you through your professionalism of emails and seeing you put together a festival. So I think we need to talk about that, and where you transition from being a musician, a performer, to now being an organiser, and basically creating this wonderful event. So you give the plug to it now. Tell them what it is and tell them where it is. And let's go to dive into that.
Yeah, okay. So Kenmore Park Music Muster is a muster that I did with my partner, who passed away 20 months ago. And I'm just continually keeping that going. So this year I've decided to do New Year's Eve at Bingra Showgrounds in New South Wales, and you guys are the headliners.
We got the lucky call, and I still remember it. You hustle until people ring you, and that's starting to happen now, thankfully. But you still got to hustle. But yeah, but every now and then you get a nice phone call, and I was very chuffed to see that you wanted us. And to keep it short, we're doing the Keith Urban, the Bryan Adams show, but we're also going to be representing my music as well. So that's the whole reason why I started that show, is to get in front of other people, but also let people know that I can write songs as well.
Yep.
And the same conversation we had, I think, when we were talking about that, about yourself, I'm going to introduce you to Cameron Surratt, my manager, because I think you'd be a great artist on his roster.
Yeah, right.
I don't introduce everyone. I just sit back and I watch.
Yep.
I'm very, very giving and very friendly, and I'm all those things. But I know that Matt, who does these videos for us from Speedy Tech Media, the production company we run, he said, mate, you gave me the encouragement to do your film clip. I thank you. I said, well, mate, I don't give it to everyone. I only give it to people that I know can do the job.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'll honour that. I'll introduce you to Cameron, because I think he'll be able to help with getting your original music, like it's happening for me, getting it through the hands that we can't physically do, because we just don't have the time in the day to do it. We need to focus on other things.
Yep.
But secondly, I'm really excited about the festival, but I'm more excited about coming down and doing some filming, or equally as excited about doing some filming of all these artists. Lance Burrell.
Yep.
There's a couple of artists that have reached out to me on the app just saying, we can't wait to meet you,
Yep.
So I'm going to reach out to them and let them know what we can do from a visual aspect. But let's talk about what people are going to expect at this, because there's going to be people out there who have heard about this festival. How many years has it been running?
This will be the third New Year's Eve, but we also do one in June. So I do two a year for Kenmore Park Music Muster, and then I do Maxville Music Muster as well, which is in March.
Yes.
So I run 3 a year.
Yes.
So this will be the fourth New Year's Eve.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it's a good time to be involved. We're very honoured and blessed, but I want everyone to know what they're going to expect, how many days it goes for, and there's no more campsites, is there?
There's unpowered campsites. Unlimited unpowered.
Unlimited.
Yeah, we've just filled all the powered sites. They only had a limited number of powered sites, but you can bring generators if you want.
Yeah, good.
Like, don't be hot and sweaty,
and
it's under shade as well. But
so it's over 2 days.
It's over 4 days.
It's over 4 days. I get it right.
So we go from the 29th to the 2nd of January. So every day there's music. It's we've got a full backing band for anybody that wants to walk up and sing a song, play an instrument, yodel, do a poem, whatever you want to do. You just get up there and they'll back you. You don't have to have them back you, but they're there if you want them to.
That is amazing.
Yeah, then the Friday the 29th, myself, Locke Mackay and Rob Breeze are going to entertain everybody up at the RSL Club for free with an acoustic show. And then same thing again the next day, walk-ups, and we'll have a bit of some jam sessions as well at night. Like any of the main stage artists like yourself can get up and play. Then New Year's Eve, we're going to kick off from 10 in the morning right through to 1 a.m. It's going to be non-stop all day.
Wow.
Non-stop.
Well, you guys have got to get out there. We'll be there with my beautiful band. We've got probably, I think there's last count, is it about 12 artists on the main day in a row, something like that? Yeah. So, but just go to, where can we send them to get tickets into
just go to kenmoreparkmusicmuster.com. And you'll see the tickets on the website there.
Easy to find, and you just flow through the, Fantastic. Well, I'm bringing my whole family, my beautiful wife, my 2 little boys are coming.
Awesome.
So we're going to have a good time. Let's play a song.
Okay.
So I'll get into your original music before we play the song, but let's talk about the albums you've released. Let's go through your first album. When was that released? What year was that released?
Well, I did, I don't really have any originals just yet.
Yeah.
So I'm working on them. But I did a duet album with my partner 2 years ago, and they were just all duets. And my solo album was released this year, just covers.
So still covers,
Yeah, just covers.
And tributes to
my
heroes, your idols,
yeah.
Fantastic.
And every song on that album relates to my life in some way, shape or form. Like, that's why it's called Life, Love and Memories.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing I love about it is just that, like, I'm so looking forward to meeting, like, just the interesting characters, because even when I watch some of the promos and look at some of the artists and that, when I've done my own little research, everyone's so interesting. Like, you know, I call myself the city boy with the country soul, a dash of folk and some rock and roll. Because I'm from the city, but I'm from the burbs. But I feel like where I live is like a big country town, because everyone knows each other. It's a big community here. And to me, that's country. It's about looking out for your mates. It's about going through the good and the bad times. And it's about sticking up for people when you've, and about, like, you're a strong girl. I know you're a strong character. I can tell that straight away. And I think we need to align ourselves with people like that who are not afraid to go, hey, and we're going to call that out because that's inappropriate or whatever. And that's what good police do. That's what good ambos do. That's what good community people do. So, so don't ever. I'll back you. I'll be standing next to you. So I've still got a good right hook. If we need to take this monkey down.
Many times I've done that on stage. Just
I know, but we're kindred spirits, mate. It's hilarious that we've done the same gig. My wife does say to me sometimes, "What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything." I say, "Oh, no, I'm not, because I've got a working with children's check that I have to protect. You know, if I get in a fight now, I'm in big trouble." But
that's right.
Back in the coffers, it was fun.
It was.
All right, cool. So here's my beautiful guitar. I just want to give a shout out to Prattley Guitars as well. They're in Queensland, and I got donated this one at a very good endorsement price. But Prattley Guitars are the new big kid on the block. They're the third biggest manufacturer of acoustic guitars, and I don't tour or gig with this one, but I'm going to be using it for the Woody on the Couch sessions, so all of our musicians can come along and play it. And Vanessa's already said it sounds nice.
It does.
Yeah,
it's
beautiful. It's a wonderful, beautiful. It's a bunya guitar. It's got lovely blackwood bunya, they call it, and it's got lovely colours as well. So
beautiful.
There you go, my girl.
Thank you.
Take that.
I'm going to trouble you for a capo if you've got
I'll go
one.
get a capo. Yeah, I'll just have to stop for a sec.
Get your boots on.
In a world driven by visuals, every frame tells a story. Every moment captures emotion. At Speedy Tech Media, we breathe life into your vision. Our dedicated team of experts craft unforgettable experiences. We don't just shoot videos, we create memories that last a lifetime. Join us in making your dreams a reality. Elevate your brand with Speedy Tech Media. Contact us today. Let's tell your story together.
Okay guys, so this is Vanessa Sanger performing the hit Wagon Wheel.
Staring up the road, I pray to God. Thank you.
Gorgeous. That song never gets old. What a beautiful track. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Well, let's tell everyone about your socials, where they can get your music, and we're going to write a song together. 100%.
I'd love to.
All right?
Yep.
Even if it's in Tamworth or whatnot. But I think one thing I know I love doing more than anything is meeting cool people and helping them write songs, because I've been writing songs since I was 11. But yeah, I reckon, so start getting your ideas or whatever. You've got more ideas than you probably even know.
I do have words. I just haven't put them to music.
Okay, we'll do that. That's the easy part for me. So cool. All right, lovely.
Excellent.
So let's tell the camera about your socials, and I'll let you do that.
Yeah, so you can go to my website, which is just Vanessa Sanger, or you can go to the Music Muster sites, which is Kenmore Park Music Muster or Maxwell Music Muster, and you'll find out about all the musters there and whatever I'm doing as well. And then on Facebook, it's just me, Vanessa Sanger, singer, entertainer. And yeah.
So you got Instagram as well?
Instagram, yep.
And tell everyone, because I haven't done it yet, I'm a little bit slow on text sometimes. What's that that social media thing you were talking about, the cameras or the photos or something?
Selfie Live.
Yes, okay. Well, is that a thing?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
So I've only just signed up to that. So if you're ever out seeing me, you just download the app Selfie Live and take a photo. If it's like, if you want a photo with me or whatever, and send it through, and I'll sign it for you and send it straight back.
Great.
It's so good.
Okay, so we'll get onto that. I'll make sure I'm onto that before New Year's Eve. So really fun way of interacting with the fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Your energy, your warmth, your 9 years in the emergency services has not impacted you from a perspective where I say that, you know, you've really kicked it out of the park and you're on the right road. I really believe that. And I hope that we're hanging out together for the next 20, 30 years.
That'd be good.
Which is great.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for choosing us.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Oh no, we're gonna rock that place.
Wait.
It's gonna be so much fun.
It's going to be great.
On you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Bless you, sweetheart. Thanks.